Yo, what's going on, guys? You know how busy I've been lately and how much time I really don't have for Wi-Fi battles? Well, I had this Wi-Fi battle today. You can see his team. He had only one Pokemon left, his Toxicroak, and I had a Sand team. I had my 5 Pokemon, and this is what it looked like. He had his Toxicroak out. I had my Tyranitar out, and he was trying to prolong his loss. So he was substituting, just trying to be a bitch and a troll because he knew that he lost the game, but he just didn't want to end the game. So he just kept on substituting. And I live recorded this, and he ended up DCing. Just like, he's just a bitch. And this is just why I don't like people on Smoke on Battlefinder. Because I'm going for the Earthquakes with my Tyranitar. Any rational player would just take me out because I have a Jirachi. My Jirachi, I know for a fact, outspeeds a Toxicroak. I could go for the Iron Head, flinch him to death, and he has a chance of living in Iron Head, so why make your chance of survivability less if you keep on going for substitutes? Obviously, this guy is trying to make himself lose. Listen to my live recording.
Yup, that nigga DC'd. I had a good fucking game. That nigga DC'd.
Yeah, that was my live reaction. I was pretty fucking mad. I'm just mad at everyone that's smoking Battlefinder. Why would you DC? I'm trying to upload a nice battle, and you don't want the proof to be known that you lost, that you got smashed. I would have 4-0'd him because I had 4 Pokemon left other than my Tyranitar. And that would have been a really good battle. I made some pretty nice predictions. I had to beat a Gastrodon, which I'm kind of weak to. And that was a really good battle. But of course, this stupid guy just had to fuck it up for me. And this is why I'm probably going to just keep my uploading, my battling to YouTubers. Because YouTubers usually don't DC. So when it comes to my subs, I know I've been making broken promises to you guys if I want to battle you guys. But I'm really, really, really going to try to battle you guys. Because I know you guys won't DC and be bitches. And I can get good battles to upload. And it won't be ones like this one, they just DC, so I'm going to definitely battle you subs. I'm really sorry that I haven't been battling and haven't been fulfilling my promises. So, anyway, I don't want to end this video like this. I'm going to try to upload a PO battle using the same OU team that I made, which is pretty nice. It got me to 1,300 points on the PO ladder, on the smoke gun ladder, which I think is pretty nice. So, on the other end of the PO replayer, I'll see you guys. So, just see you guys in a sec. Okay, so what's going on, guys? This is my team with the Jirachi, and he has his team with the Celebi. My team is pretty cool because I have a Jirachi, which is mixed, and that's pretty cool. People don't really expect it. I have HP Ice for the Gliscor, and I really want to take out his Gliscor with HP Ice because getting that feeling of just taking out the Gliscor with the Jirachi is really good. And I have a Latias, which is bulky, which is also going to be pretty essential to have, especially because he has a Celebi, Rotom Wash, and Glandorus, which are easily walled by my Latias. And I just have to keep that alive because he does have a Tyranitar. I don't want to get Pursuit Trap, so that's pretty much my mindset going into this battle. So I just have to keep my Latias alive, and I should be able to wall his Pokemon and be able to win this one. So anyway, let's get this battle started. I'm actually going to lead off with my Jellicent, just get some scouting on whatever he brought in. And he brings out his he leads off with his Celebi, so I'm going to bring out my Latias, which is an easy check to this Celebi. And he went for the Leaf Storm, so I want to get out of there because he might bring out his Tyranitar. So I bring out my own Tyranitar, setting up the sand, and he's actually going to bring out his T-Tran. So I'm going to go for the Earthquake, predicting him to go for the Stealth Rocks, but he actually goes for the Earth Power, which didn't make much sense because I'm a Tyranitar, for gosh sakes. It did like less than half, but it did a lot, so he's probably Specs, but he's T-Tran's gone, so it doesn't even really matter anymore. So he's going to the Landorus. I'm going to bring out my Latias. I don't want to get Pursuit Trap because he brings out his Tyranitar, and I know it can take a Pursuit, even a banded one, so I go for the Recover. As he ends up going for the Thunder Wave, which isn't a big deal because my Latias is not timid, so I don't really rely too much on speed. So now I'm going to switch out to my Tyranitar, predicting him to go for a Crunch, or the Pursuit, or the Stealth Rocks. So I'm going to bring out my own Tyranitar, set of my own Stealth Rocks, as he brings out his Gliscor. So his Gliscor isn't really too threatening to my team unless it's like acrobatics. So now I can bring out my Jellicent, which can take a Toxic, which can take an Earthquake, which can take anything pretty much for this Gliscor. I carry the Ice Beam, which can OHKO a Gliscor, so I am threatening to the Gliscor, but I know that he might go for the Protect because he does have the Toxic. So I bring out my Jirachi, and I know that my Jirachi might encourage the Gliscor to stand, so I'm going to go for Iron Head, predicting him to possibly go for a Protect. but he ends up just staying in and probably going for an Earthquake as he gets flinched. So I'm going to go for HP Ice, just taking out that Gliscor. You know, Jirachi taking out Gliscor, you know, is a happy thing. Like, that's something I love doing, you know. And he's going to bring out his Rotom Wash. I want to switch out and go into my Latias. We can easily take a Hydro Pump or a Trick. And, I mean, getting a Trick on a paralyzed Pokemon, getting a Choice Scarf on a paralyzed Pokemon is not really the best thing. But my Latias isn't really meant to be attacking his Pokemon. It's pretty much meant just to wall it. So I'm going to predict the HP Ice or the Volt Switch here. I'm gonna bring on my Tyranitar. I thought that he would go for the Volt Switch because he wouldn't want to take a Crunch. So I go for the Pursuit instead of going for the Crunch, and that did not work out for me because it goes for the Hydro Pump. But I knew that I could take a Hydro Pump just because my Tyranitar is very bulky, and I don't want to lose my Tyranitar just yet. So I'm gonna switch out and go into my Jellicent, trying to absorb some HP. But unfortunately, he misses the Hydro Pump, which means I won't gain any HP. So that kind of sucks. But I know that I can still take a Hydro Pump. I mean a Volt Switch. So I'm gonna go for that Recover, knowing that I can easily take a Volt Switch, knowing that we do about 50%. So he's gonna bring out his Celebi, which is not a big deal because I do have my Latias, but I don't want to sack that. I don't want to bring out my Latias just yet. I want to bring out my Tyranitar because it is at a pretty useless amount of HP, and getting that Celebi at -2 is pretty beneficial for me because that means he won't be as big of a threat. And I don't really know what item it is. It might be Scarf. So I'm gonna bring on my Jirachi. I know that I can usually take a Leaf Storm being at -2, and I don't know really why I stayed in. I'm just gonna go for the HP Ice, and I don't want his Landorus to come in, so that's why I went for the HP Ice. And now he's gonna bring out his Tyranitar, which is gonna take the HP Ice like it was nothing. But I do pack the Iron Head, which can easily 2 KO him. Or 3 KO him. Damn, Jirachi, you are weak. Why can't you 2 KO this Tyranitar? But I do get the 2 flinches, which the chances were on my side. I mean, 60% flinch chances. That's not really that much hacks. And the Tyranitar will be taken out. And I'm sorry for my coughing and stuff like that. This is why I was sick. And this is why my narration isn't the best. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm gonna predict the Volt Switch and go for the HP Ice. But he actually goes for the Hydro Pump, which I didn't really understand, but it really doesn't matter to me. So I'm going to bring my Jellicent, predicting him to go for the Hydro Pump again. And I get some HP back from the Water Absorb, so that's pretty nice for me. And I'm going to go for the Ice Beam here because I know his Celebi is left and his Landorus is left. So Ice Beam is going to do a lot of damage to both of them. And he's going to bring his Celebi, and that is going to die to an Ice Beam because it's at pretty low HP. But because of the Toxic and the and the Sandstorm, Hail, what the fuck am I talking about? I'm going to die. And he's down to his Rotom and his Landorus. So I'm going to bring out my Latias here just to take either one of those hits. So I'm going to go for the Recover, knowing that I would be able to take a hit from that. And I don't really want to go for the Dragon Pulse, but I get Para Hacks, which kind of sucks. And my Latias is practically useless here because it's a Scarfed, paralyzed Latias. So he's going to go for the HP Ice to take me out. So that means I can bring out my Tracheon and go for that Stone Edge and take both of the Pokemon out and end the game. Nope, I fucking missed the Stone Edge, which isn't a big deal because Stone Edge always misses. And he makes a very, very, very stupid play right here. He's actually going to switch out and go out into his Landorus and try to take the Stone Edge. He is actually going to live the Stone Edge, but that means I can pretty much win the game if I switch out because I know the Stone Edge might miss. So I'm going to bring out my Gliscor as a Death Fodder because I know that he is at a pretty low amount of HP where close combat can take it out. And pretty much that is going to be the game. So hope you guys enjoy this battle. I know this one was pretty quick and pretty straightforward, but it was pretty cool Pokemon like Mixed Jirachi. And hope you guys understand why no Wi-Fi battle that faggot DC'd. And I'm gonna take out his Rotom Wash for the close combat, and that's gonna be the end of the game. So hope you guys enjoyed this battle, and hope you guys understood why I could not upload that Wi-Fi battle because that guy DC'd once again. And anyway, this is PM, and I'm out. So deuces.